Albion.
Who wants to do when last we met our heroes?
I got this, boys and girls. So you see, what happened is we was told that this guy was hanging out in the Silver Forest. So we thought we'd go looking for any kind of sign that he was there. After some scrounging around, we heard some news of some werewolf activity happening on the south end. And they say that it's a shady place. I don't know. I thought the buildings looked pretty good. Better than this stump than when we got it. So anyway, we went downtown. Got some word about some church folks. I didn't really pay much attention to them. But we were told that they, specialized in hunting lycanthropes or whatever. So anyway, we went to the south end of town, and we ran into this crowd of folks who were being pushed out by these guys that looked like they were wearing a bunch of lycanthrope parts. Chris said we should probably turn the other way. And when we turned around, we noticed, kind of a big rat climbing up onto the roof of one of the buildings nearby. So, Lucia said we should catch him. So I gave chase. And after diving through some buildings, going through some open windows, grabbing a piece of bread off the dinner table, we eventually cornered this thing into a alleyway. Nadira talked with it some, Chris talked with it some, saying we wasn't going to hurt it. I thought the whole point was to stop these things, but they told me to back off. Anyway, while we was talking, we heard some folks coming up behind us, and me and Mishat turned around and saw some wolf-looking guys who, they ended up looking like a lot more wolfish before we was done. I think I heard Nadira give this mouse lady our address, and we started fighting these wolves, and we couldn't do nothing to them until Mishat made some spikes grow out of the ground and just started pushing them back and forth like a cheese grater. One of them ended up getting away, but that wasn't too big a deal, they told me. Anyway, we went home, and a couple days later, little mousy girl shows up, and she told us kind of where we was looking to go. Pointed it out on a map that there was a cave on the south end where she escaped from. And she said her name was Nellie. After talking with her for a little while, she didn't seem so bad. I think we ought to keep her around as if she's willing. Anyway, Stitch, that's how things went. It was a bit of a mess. Could have used you, but, I know you was busy with all that other stuff.
You just canonically gave Knowles a Kentucky accent.
I
You're
was about to say I do love the Appalachian direction you're going with Chris's voice.
You're welcome. I do not regret it.
It's
I
pretty
started
good.
and I couldn't stop. I got there and I just couldn't stop.
Oh, great. Knowles now Appalachian. All right.
I had the notes.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You guys silvered some weapons. You talked with Nellie a bit. She's still there. She's trying her best to like read a book, but she's just kind of like squinting at it and holding it away from her, kind of sideways.
So this is just right off the hook of that scene.
It's been a couple days. She's been hanging around because it takes a couple days to silver weapons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's go bust this dude's door down. Like, what are we waiting for?
A question, just bookkeeping style. Do we want to have extended a couple days to give Stitch a weapon that can harm them, or are we just hoping he smites every single attack?
I mean, we can assume that I was here the entire time. How much does it cost to silver a weapon?
50.
50?
50. 2 days.
Shitty. I do not have a silvered weapon.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's like, since we're already doing a bit of the time skip for silvering the other 2 weapons we picked, do we want to just add on to that?
Stitch cannot afford a silvered weapon.
I will help pitch in. I believe I have enough. I have 52 gold pieces.
Magic also works if Lucius can enchant people. He has plenty of time to do his infusion.
Let me check real quick. Yes, I can enhance a weapon.
I mean, that'd save us the 50 gold if you've got a spare infusion slot.
Sure. We're gonna say, well, because Kalen's swapping out anyway. I guess Michot doesn't need to see in the dark anymore. Congrats. Whatever your main weapon is now a +1.
Yep. Do you know how to code that real quick?
I can find it.
And since Chris really hasn't been using the other thing, I'm gonna turn my crossbow into a repeating crossbow again.
Cool.
I would. It's just either I'm not getting hit or I'm getting hit so hard that I'm passing out, and then it doesn't matter. That brainstem's real loose.
Fair enough. I don't really need to do any other character prep stuff. I mean, I'm gonna shuffle some spells around real quick, but I can do that while we're en route.
Does Chris still have the negatives to her stuff?
Chris, yeah, no, she's 2 days withdrawal unless she's mistaken.
Yep. Nope.
2 days doesn't. You don't start getting like forced checks until. Bye. But if you can tough it out a week, you get to make a check against maybe improving. that being as addictive.
Yes, and I believe we established that like doing recovery related stuff, dedicating downtime to that can help improve those checks.
Yeah, if you dedicate downtime, you get advantage on the check, which in your current state just works out to an even roll.
Yeah.
That said, if you are taking it easy and someone makes a medicine check on you that entire time, they get advantage on that roll.
Joe, is that functionally an infused longsword?
That's exactly
Yes.
what it is. Alright, so you guys are going to take off back for the Silver Forest?
Yes.
Yep.
You hop on the train? Nellie's going to stay behind. She has no desire to go back to that place.
That's
Is there
very
any chance she could have sketched out a rough map of her escape plan or of her escape route for us?
That's exactly what she had done.
Yeah.
Okay, I meant like I meant
the
the facility,
interior,
but yeah,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pulled out a map and she kind of like traced what she was pretty sure was her route back to it,
Okay.
which is how she arrived at the specifics. So you go to where the map dictates. It is this medium-sized park. I'd say it's probably no more than like 150 yards size. It is fairly heavily wooded, as one would expect in the Silver Forest. Have fun searching.
I am going to keep an eye on the trees for anything that may be watching us in our approach.
A perception check.
Lycans aren't considered celestials, fiends, or undead, are they?
They are not. They are shape changers. As you're walking through this small wooded area, you become suspicious of like squirrels and birds who seem to like kind of follow you for a little longer than you'd expect a natural creature to do so with their eyes as you're walking through.
Trees have eyes.
The trees are speaking Undercommon.
There may not be any way to mask our approach.
Cheep, cheep.
Hey guys.
I'm
Yeah.
going to send up Archimedes, to get a bird's eye view.
Okay.
Literally, of just high up enough that he can get a view of the whole park and maybe like spot any unusual terrain features that might indicate some kind of might indicate the cave that we're looking for.
Archimedes flies up, and you look through his eyes, and you see shaded tops. Oh, no, these wouldn't be shaded because key of the stand is uncanopied. You see the well-lit tops of a thick canopy of trees.
Okay, so that's not going to help. Well, anybody else got ideas?
Go in.
Go in,
This wasn't
look.
This wasn't gonna be non-violent.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're
Yeah,
searching.
I say we just go in and search.
Yeah.
I guess.
How were you guys going about
Split up and search the place.
getting into the wooded area?
Stealthily.
I think stealth may already be blown, personally.
Well, I mean,
I will stealthily draw my machete.
This is like a public park, right?
Yeah. Like you're not the
So-
only ones in here. There's like a couple of elves and stuff, kind of just having picnics and stuff.
They might be aware of our presence, but they don't know our intentions until we, reveal them.
Well, presumably they know what we look like. He's
They
probably
might,
given them our description.
maybe, if he still considers us a threat.
I mean, there's also the werewolf who got away after we killed his friend who saw all of us.
Yeah.
He may have mentioned something about, why he came back down a werewolf and or down a lycanthrope instead of up a lycanthrope.
Well,
Is there like a main trail through this park, or is it just like natural wood?
There is like a deer path of sorts that has been kind of like naturally made by just people traipsing woods.
If we follow that, I would like to keep an eye for any paths that look like they offshoot but are a lot less worn and maybe even look like they're trying to be hidden.
A survival check.
Cool, that's exactly what I was hoping for, actually.
Ooh,
Hey.
25. Yeah, you definitely find such a trail. You find like a couple of broken branches, and like some exposed earth that was like hidden beyond some brush. That looks like some things have been dragged.
Hey, guys, over here.
oh. Let's follow that path.
You follow this path, and upon at its conclusion is a small creek, and this creek has from its source a rather large opening zone. It looks big enough for medium-sized creature to kind of comfortably crawl into. And it goes quite a ways in before you no longer see farther in, either due to the darkness or maybe burns.
Is it one wide? Is what I'm hearing.
It is one wide. You'd have to go single file.
Does this part of the park look relatively well traveled?
No, this looks like it's barely visited.
I think waterfalls in a major populous area would be very popular.
It's a small creek. It's not really a waterfall.
Yeah. Does the creek does this hole look like it's been dug out or looks like a natural formation?
Give me an investigation. You don't really find any signs of like tool mark.
Just for the sake of wizardly paranoia, I'm gonna. This is the first time I've done this. I'm gonna cast up a quick unseen service
Ooh.
and feel a slight chill as a ghostly presence seems to be with us suddenly.
Can you hear us, Sharon?
I'm sorry?
Can you hear us? Is there anybody there? Sharon? Karen? I'm feeling a Marin.
That's good. All right, listen. All I need you to do, go out to about the edge of this range which tethers you to me. With all of your metaphysical might, tap and press on every surface that you touch, all the way there and back. All right? Go on.
The servant quietly glides into the hole, and you hear some rustling and some bumping. Till reaches close to the edge of your range, and you sense it plummet downward, several dozen feet, before coming to a hard landing and then dissipating.
All right. Well, no traps, but a very large drop. Shall we?
Good thing I have rope.
And Crispia is, having learned from past experiences, is going to wait for others to take the lead in exploring the murder
Oh,
chain.
you're not going to rush
Oh,
ahead?
come on, just lead right on. It's gone so well so far.
You can teach an old elf new tricks.
Shut the fuck up.
All right,
No,
all
Chris,
right.
ladies first, I insist.
Listen, the only reason I do this is because if I don't do shit, the session stalls.
What is a session? Chris said,
Oh.
Dude.
Stitch says that as he wanders past somebody and then steps into the lead.
Stitch, you can comfortably walk fully upright in this small tunnel.
Oh yeah, I'm walking
Chris?
at normal speed. I'm just going along.
Everyone else has to like kind of crouch a little bit. Mishot's like really scrunching up, but you guys don't have too much of an issue getting into the tunnel.
I jump up and I hit the ceiling. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Chris will take the absolute back just to watch our backs.
As you walk through this damp cave, there is a small trickle of water kind of sweating from the walls, which is like forming the start of this creek. As you reach the end of the tunnel, you notice that there is a steep drop off, and hidden about 5 feet down is the beginning of a ladder. You guys didn't have like dark vision or weren't like looking down the hole for something, you wouldn't have seen the ladder.
So I still don't.
So let's go down. We should establish marching order. Stitch is in front. Kriz is at the absolute back. I want to be just ahead of Kriz.
I can't reach the ladder. Somebody.
I guess I'll be behind Stitch, since I am our second biggest pile of hit points.
Looking at this, you are the biggest pile of hit points.
Is Tancred on there?
Oh no, Tancred is not.
Also, Tancred doesn't have that many hit points.
Oh, okay.
And I presume then Nadira and Lucius.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Alright. Just wanted to establish that.
Two things I'm going to do. One, I'm going to light our torch for our friend who cannot see in the dark. And two, I'm going to pass up a rope or the end of a rope, which is 50 foot long, to Stitch so that he can climb down to the ladder, if not further.
I do this. I sidle down the rope a little ways.
Not what I want.
And I inspect the ladder to see if it's securely attached to the wall, to see if it has any strange mechanisms that appear to maybe be like a trap of some kind, a bell, a notification thing, something like that. Anything out of the ordinary.
Subscribe button.
A subscribe button.
There you go. That should give you. Yeah, so you crawl down the ladder, you're keeping an eye out, and you find no signs of, like, nefarious traps. In fact, the ladder itself seems to be in pretty good condition. It's made of steel, but the steel hasn't begun to corrode yet, despite its environment. And it's been painted, and only in a few places has it begun to chip. It's been painted like a dark red color.
Well, I get to the bottom. I'm trying to be stealthy about it, and I wave the next person down the ladder, giving an all clear sign. Ha 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 ha! Praise Kanzi.
Wow.
You slip
Based
on like
on
the
two
second to last step of the ladder, and you just kind of like, you don't fall down, but you land with like a really heavy clunk and clatter. It sounds like someone
Get me
dropped
back,
half.
baby.
It sounds like someone dropped half a kitchen at the bottom of this.
I wish I could give you my luck.
You are
I
seeing the
guess.
theme, right, Emily?
What?
You are seeing the theme. This is you're seeing the frequency that my character rolls these things, right?
Right, yeah.
I guess the rest of us follow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
You want us to also roll stealth, or is that enough stealth?
That's
Come on down,
entirely up to you.
Try to keep it quiet.
I'm going to roll stealth to maybe hopefully balance Stitch out.
Okay, so who was behind Stitch?
Oh.
Mishot?
Yep.
Behind Mishot.
Me.
Nadira.
And then
Then Lucius, then Chrysopia, then Chris.
Where's Tancred?
Presumably after me.
On Lucius's back, like Kankuro and his puppets.
we'll put Chris down when we.
Technically, isn't Kankuro on his puppet's back?
Occasionally.
Good old Chris. Okay. The ladder leads down a few dozen feet. Dimly lit tunnels stretch almost endlessly in both directions. The west is a large iron grate that bars your path, and the east, tunnel opens up to a larger cesspool.
First things first. Mishat, do you want to hold the torch? Since you're the one benefiting most from it?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I?
I'll
Is
go
this
ahead
one of
and
those
pass that
ever-burning
up to him.
torches?
It is not. It is a standard torch. We do not have an ever-burning torch, to my knowledge.
Didn't we buy a few of those?
You bought some sun rods.
No.
Sun rods, those are one use.
Oh. You keep that fucking torch away from me.
So these sewers aren't as stinky, and you notice that
Oh my god.
you notice that the water here isn't particularly, like, at most like shin to waist high.
And we haven't exploded yet.
Shin to waist.
Deep.
Waist
You
on
know.
a medium creature, or
On a medium creature, you'd probably go swimming in it, but it's not nearly as like full as the other sewer. These pipes are also a lot smaller. The other ones are a good 5 feet wider.
see something?
Do indeed. Kind of floating around lazily, a fully grown crocodile just floating in the water, minding his own business. Normally he'd look like a log, but it's pretty obvious when there's a crocodile in the sewer pretending to be a log. There's no logs.
I mean,
I think there's plenty of logs in the sewer.
it's just a lot smaller.
Fuck off.
Can I try, like, insight or animal handling? Because, like, we're dealing with a person who uses people who turn into animals as guards.
Sure, go for it.
It's the same bonus, so I'll just roll insight.
You're definitely getting a vibe off of this.
Fun. So I'm going to tell the rest of the group that I'm not thinking that this is just a regular crocodile down here. I don't think this is one of those regular Bastion gators that gets flushed down a toilet.
Almost as if it heard you say this, it then goes underwater.
Fantastic.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sure there's no problems here. Should we, pile out?
yes.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Does
Yep.
the ladder move? I missed that.
No, the ladder is like bolted to the.
Also, can I get the light thing on me? I don't know how to do that.
Oh, that's something I got.
Okay.
But
thank you. How does the grading look compared to our last sewer adventure?
Immaculate. This place has been very well maintained.
Good.
It's almost like there isn't rust bugs on the loose.
Oh god, where are rust monsters?
Chris is walking with his silvered scimitar out, by the way.
You know,
Nothing to the south.
or those sewer wide grates.
Real quick, can I see if there's any kind of ripple indicating what direction this gator might have gone?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. For the rest of you guys, the passage ahead seems to have been converted into a series of cells, each of which has evidence of recent occupation, though only one still contains a prisoner. The man's frame is thin, and he is barely lucid, as if he hasn't eaten in days. Five, you're having a hard time discerning where the crocodile might be, especially with the constant slow churning of the water in this.
Which area has the...
I actually never bothered to put his token in, so let's just grab a token. Let's use... use this guy. Here you go. Let's put him there.
I have rations. Does anyone want to actually offer him food? Since we're, the helpful people?
Sure.
The man's barely lucid. He only, subtly acknowledges your presence when you try to get his attention. Kind of, looks up at you weakly from his mattress on the floor before, collapsing from the lack of energy.
Yeah. I just kind of want to try to toss some rations through the bars towards him.
I think
I'm not going to leave a dude starving as we just walk by.
I think he may be a bit beyond rations. He may need a glucose bolus.
A what?
I don't know what that is.
Anybody got the means to open this door?
Nadira?
If you let me through, then yeah, I should be able to.
Everyone just squeezing up against the walls.
Okay. Okay. So this is gonna probably be Dex plus proficiency, right?
Thieves'
For
tools.
my thieves tools.
Yep.
Okay. Well.
Seems this lock is a little bit better made than you were prepared for at the moment. It'll take you a little bit more than seconds to pop that lock.
All right, guys, give me a second. I've got to really concentrate here.
We
Ugh.
may want to leave this for the return trip. I know
No, it
feels
doesn't look
insensitive.
like he's going anywhere.
I know it feels insensitive, but we'll have all the time in the world to rescue this prisoner after we've cleared it of the scum.
Yes. If there's one thing that's not time sensitive, it's someone starving to death.
He may have
Wait.
information we can use.
He doesn't look lucid enough to give information at the moment, correct?
No,
God,
this
if
man's barely awake.
If only we
Yes,
had
but-
an entire group of people dedicated to medicine who could
Yeah.
do something to alleviate that.
In fact, give me like an insight check.
To be fair, we have 2 people with medical training.
Jesus.
Why don't I throw my hat?
Oh
what I
my god.
Wait. Here
Wait.
it is. Here it is.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Ah, there we go.
Cassiopeia, he's looking like directly at you, and he's doing so with a look of like. You're getting like a mixture of like fear and desperation. He looks like a starved dog, who's like begging his master for food, but like it's also like a master who like mistreats the dog. Like he looks like a beaten, starved dog.
I cast guidance on Nadira. Again.
Yeah, sorry.
But he does look very scared.
This man clearly needs our help, and I don't think we should wait.
Get the door open.
If we don't wait, we are dragging him through this entire ordeal.
Nadira, get the door open.
No, Chris, you're missing we don't have to bring him with us, but we can open the door and give him aid and then move on.
And leave him to the crocodile that's down here?
If he feels
wander?
unsafe with the crocodile, we can shut the door. But we can stop him from dying.
I agree.
I'm so glad we decided to be a band of help people, and at the first opportunity we decided to abandon a man. Yes, real great outlook here.
I'm
To
not
be fair-
saying abandon him. Toss some rations in there, and let's keep moving because
Nadira, pop the
that-
door open.
Okay, is
We're healers, but we
Chris- or not Chris.
can't take. We're healers, but we can't take the time to save this man. There, you got a dude to kill.
Does Stitch, are you
be
casting guidance on me again, Stitch? I didn't see that you had cast it on me before.
I already did.
You're gonna have to do it again because she popped it on that insight check.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
It should. So the way the new guidance works, you pick one skill, and as long as you maintain concentration, they get that D4 to all of those skill checks for a minute. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Choose dexterity.
That's an ability, not a skill.
Oh.
It's I think you can choose a tool proficiency too.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd,
see what
I'd
you
allow
want.
it, Jewel.
I think
Oh,
all of
gosh.
that's gonna go off at once, Rob.
That's
Yeah.
many times, my dude.
Just guess
you go.
what? She's gonna succeed. Just bare minimum 20.
Okay, so are we ready for me to roll?
Yes, you're good.
Ready for you to roll. Apparently it doesn't.
That's because that was a dexterity check,
What?
not a skill.
Ah.
Oh, I don't have.
Just
have
roll a
my
D4.
tool
Though
proficiency.
you're,
Just
you're
roll a
looking,
D4.
you're looking for
Oh.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of
Oh,
hand.
Oh yeah.
13. I'm gonna say 13 makes it. He wasn't getting like the high end locks. They just have to keep half-starved lycanthropes in their cells. Not like they have lockpicks. Yeah, you pop the lock.
All right, I'll pop the lock and then I'll kind of go in.
Guy looks.
There must be an invisible wall here that I can't get past.
Yeah,
'cause-
the door's right there. I don't know if it's locked.
Door's not open.
Cool.
I hand him one of my rations.
And I'll give him some of my water.
The man exhaustedly just like takes a few small bites of the rations and a sip of the water, and then just kind of like with a great effort pulls himself into a sitting position.
No, just relax.
He still seems kind of scared of you guys, but he is very. He does seem very gracious for the gift of food and water.
You have a name?
He tries to speak, but all he does is he produces like this harsh wheeze. He's just kind of like.
I think he's too racked from starvation and thirst to actually speak. I'm gonna like kneel down and pull out my healer's kit.
Okay.
Gonna let him like take a look at it, see like there's nothing nefarious here. And I suppose I'm just gonna give him like a once over and see if there's anything I can do to like I guess make him more comfortable.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check to give this guy like a quick triage.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wisconsin.
So you haven't really dealt with starvation cases all that much, and it's really hard to tell what damage to him has been done by like just the utter lack of nutrition this man has had over the last like week or so, or like by things that Trismegistus has done to him. You do notice as like you're looking into his mouth, his throat has been like, it's just like red and there's like sores in the back of it that have like just stopped bleeding.
Yikes.
Well, time to go into my old habits again. So I am going to pull out one of the stims from my healer's kit.
A little
and
stimmy.
Just gonna like hold out my hands, just be like, this will help you feel better, I promise. And he gets hit with a cure wounds.
All right. He does look incredibly nervous, but it's not like he can stop you right.
Yeah. So we're just gonna.
Yeah. No. He does that whole like revivification that like you see in movies where you like hit someone with epinephrine and suddenly they're back in fighting shape. His lungs seem to like fully inflate. And he manages like a little squeak as he finds a bit of his voice back, and he goes, "Holy shit!" And like he's just kind of like shaking, and as his energy returns to him, he desperately snatches off the ground the remains of those rations and just kind of like just starts wolfing them down. Between bites, he does manage like a brief kill.
It's good to see your appetite back.
I'm gonna leave him a second rations.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
We've got to carry on. You can stay here and wait for us to come back through, or make your own way out.
Careful, there's a crocodile down the hallway.
Montgomery!
The crocodile has a name?
Montgomery!
What is he saying?
Montgomery, I
Montgomery.
think.
Oh! He like nods with his mouth full. He's like, oh!
I'm gonna pull out a scrap of paper.
Do we
And
need to watch out for Montgomery?
Whoa!
Nod or shake your head.
He kind of gives like a confused head tilt, like he doesn't understand why you'd be asking that question.
Really try to hurt us.
He gives like a confused head shake, like, no.
I nod curtly and I stand up.
Okay, though.
I take out a scrap of paper
Mhm.
and I write down the address of our clinic.
Oh, great.
I'm going to hand it to him and go, look, if you need any more help, go to this place. We'll give you all the aid you need.
Here you go, dying man. Travel 40 miles to the nearest hospital.
Transportation is something we're gonna have to work on later.
Listen, we're just starting out. We don't have a fucking ambulance service up yet.
Look, if you're still here when we come back through this way, we'll bring you with us. If not, just try to make your way to that address. And then I stand up and I start to leave.
He's happily working on that first thing ration still and drinking as much of that water as he can get in.
Should move on.
As we start moving, anyone near Tancred can hear him just go, "We do good." A set of doors.
Yeah, there is a set of doors.
Chris will give him a try.
They open quite easily. They've got one of those push bar things. You need to turn a doorknob.
Oh, wonderful.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Shot. Notice on the way out, pass through those doors. The opposite side of the doors, the handlebars have, because they not handlebars, but like the door handles, have several layers of old caked on blood.
Gross.
Yeah.
I will share with the group and just kind of wipe my hands off on my robes.
It's on the opposite doorknob, so you guys didn't touch.
Yeah, it's just looking nasty. We just came through a sewer to begin with.
Those doors open up into a separate hallway. Also culminates in a pair of double doors.
Do these doors automatically close?
They don't have like pistons, but they do seem to be weighted in such a way that they will close on their.
On my way through, I'm going to kind of like jam caltrops
Okay.
to keep the doors open.
Totally an
Just
option.
imagining that scene from SpongeBob with Mermaid Man. Through the double doors!
You reach the doors. They do have written upon them in common the words "operating theater."
Oh, that's not good.
Uh,
Oh, this is where they harvest the blood.
A strong metallic scent overpowers the stench of the sewers as you enter the laboratory. The center, above a grate, is a steel table, one commonly used by the cult in its dissections. Nearby, a large chair covered in tie-down straps sits against the wall. The armrests have a series of spiked tubes jutting out from where the occupant's wrists would be bound.
Oh yeah, he was harvesting werewolf blood, wasn't he?
yes, this is the blood component of whatever beefed up that werebear.
Well, this is macabrely efficient.
The nerd should probably look to see if there's any notes.
Yeah, I'll do a quick investigation check.
I will help.
I will cast guidance. I don't need to cast guidance.
Hey, between the two of you, you guys do a quick search around the area. This does appear to be mostly a mechanical area, in that not a lot of actual research happens here, more like just the harvesting of things to research.
Ah, okay.
So you don't really find any like notes or anything, but you do find several jars with like various preserved body parts. One of which is just like a collection of eyeballs. And a couple of them even seem to be in various states of like healing or regeneration before the preservation process took over.
Huh.
Suppose it doesn't have to be connected to the whole werewolf. Or for the regenerative properties to be maintained. Is it wrong to call that fascinating?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So there's no doors out of here?
Yeah, there's
There
one
is a door.
like
It's directly to the south.
right here.
Oh, there we go. Let's
do
move
we
on.
do we want me to, or shall we Stitch go first?
That door
That
opens
answers
up
my
into
question.
yet another small, narrow hallway. It looks like a repurposed, kind of like a utility passage. Or repurposed.
Chris is moving back to the back of the line.
Find what appears to be a small alchemy lab. In fact, a small apartment has been constructed here, complete with a reading nook and bedroom. In the back, an alchemy lab rests, cold and inactive. At the end of the hallway is a rather familiar statue. It is a idealized form of Mayol. It doesn't really have much of a decayed lich look to him. He just appears to be while still clearly undead in some form, he is a very statuesque surgeon type figure.
Do a quick sweep of this room too.
Here you do find some notes, although a large portion of them have been missing, and none of them are newer than like several months ago. They have been dated.
Anything interesting, or is it just like harvested blood from subject 261 died afterwards?
A lot of them are like that. You do find a few places where he describes his frustration in being able to extract their immunity to disease, which seems to be the main focus of his research, is extracting the lycanthrope's immunity lead to disease.
Okay.
Turns out being magically diseased kind of fights off the rest of the competition.
Makes sense.
I, for one, am shocked.
So this doorway over here to my right opened, but then I can't pass through it. Is there something there that I'm not seeing?
It might have just like up wrong or something. Might be like more than one door.
I
It's
can't
like
see
those.
through it either.
Yeah,
It's like
those-
those doors at hotels that have adjoining rooms.
No,
There's
what-
doors on each side.
What happened was when I imported it, I drew the map a little wrong. I accidentally put more than one door here, so when it imported it, it just added a bunch of doors.
Hey, smart guy.
There we go.
Hey, nerd.
What's in here?
Notes, I think.
A desk with a bunch of stuff on it.
Yes.
How's a 20 look?
Funny, you notice that this desk has been largely cleared out. You do find a freshly handwritten note placed very obviously in the center of the desk. It simply reads, "You'll never catch Trismegistus. Yeah, to Zazakiel."
Motherfucker.
Huh.
He's already cleared out.
Of
4
course he
days is
has.
too long.
And he's assuming that the Zazakiel Knights are after him.
He's correct.
Well, yes.
Huh. You know, I'm imagining we are going to get into a fight here, but not with who we thought we were.
Oh, what are
Yeah.
you saying? Like the Inquisition would show up and see a bunch of cultists in the cult compound and go, "Hey." We deal with it in our normal witty way of telling people, "Well, yes, we are actually cultists, but not what you're thinking," and then fight.
I mean, in this case, we would literally be here as people, not what they were thinking.
Well, is this a dead end then?
How would
No,
I
it's
write a dead
first
end?
round.
I don't know, Zach. I seem to recall a dungeon that was made up with basically nothing in it, specifically to waste heroes' time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that furthered the
remember-
plot.
It's, did it?
Yeah.
I mean, it did. You guys ran into Bren the Mystic.
Yeah, and we're gonna run into something here.
It did technically serve a narrative purpose. It was also deliberately a waste of all of our time.
Okay. I mean, you guys got treasure. It's not a waste of your time. So, as you guys leave the apartment and start heading back down towards this alley, you notice the crocodile has once again emerged from the water and has like its forelimbs and head up on the edge, and it's kind of looking at you inquisitively, and it just kind of says, it's almost comical if it wasn't like flashing a several dozen very deadly teeth at you while it did so. It's just kind of like flapping its mouth up and down as it speaks. And he says, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
Hey, Montgomery.
"I don't know you."
We don't
Name's
know you.
Stitch.
You just said my name.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? I thought you lot cleared out.
We're looking for Trismegistus.
You left.
Yes, that
Wait,
much
yes.
is obvious now.
He didn't tell you where he was going. I mean, it'd be kind of silly if he did, but off chance, you know.
No, I'm supposed to stay here and give whoever comes sniffing around a little surprise, but I didn't expect to find other cultists.
I keep forgetting we smell like cultists.
I am a
Like-
literal walking corpse.
Yeah.
I was expecting more gilded types.
Well,
Why
they
shouldn't
might
I
be on our
eat you?
trail.
I mean,
Huh.
there's no real point. Plus, you know, there's like
And Stitch starts counting up on his fingers.
what are there, 7 of us. And I mean, I'm not trying to make a threat or anything. There's no point. Let us go. We let you go.
Chris from the back is just like, plus, like, you'd probably be full off of just the little one.
Hey,
I don't have to eat you now. Save you for later.
you don't have to eat us at all. Heck, you don't even have to stick around in this tunnel of sorts. I mean, unless you like
Yes.
it here, but I can't imagine a lot of food comes down this way.
Plenty of
Yes,
food
and-
comes down this way. Besides,
Frankly,
not always here. I'm set to leave in a little bit.
oh,
Hey, how about the fellow that's just up the hallway a little bit? Why is he, like, caged and stuff?
Master left him. He's useless. I have a use. And the Master has
Yeah, but that's-
promised me a cure.
why does left him sound like code for forgot about him?
Promised you a cure.
Yes,
What kind of a cure?
I would be a man again. Not this thing.
Uh,
Ah,
are you aware that?
Are you here to steal his research?
Are you aware that his research is not to find a cure for this, but to find a way to weaponize it?
I don't know what he's researching. I just know I've been promised a cure. I offer him my service and my blood. In return, I eat better than most.
Yeah, Trismegistus is finding a way to make other people who weren't like you. Force them into it.
That's dumb. It's easy enough to do. You just bite
Yes,
them.
but- Yes, but to make a weaponized version, faster, stronger,
I take
under
it that
his control.
you are not. Your condition is not the result of his experimentation, then.
No.
Interesting.
Anyone try asking him for an address?
Where are you going next?
Ah,
Did not hear any part of whatever it is you just said, by the way.
where would I go? Shit, I haven't thought that far. He left me too!
Yes, that was the conclusion that I was reaching as well.
Well, guys, we're here to help people. We should take the crocodile with us.
You guys just gonna end up with
We
like a
do have-
collection of like a dozen
We
lycanthropes.
do have access to the sewer.
We could have a traveling circus.
No, we're just playing Pokemon, but with lycanthropes now.
I like it.
I lycanthrope it.
Hey, Montgomery.
I just took a d6 psychic damage.
That's it. I'm done for the night. You guys have a good one.
I am gonna head up the hallway and get the guy that Trismegistus deemed quote unquote useless. He doesn't deserve that. He's starving. We're gonna help him out of here.
Hey, Montgomery. What's this other guy turn into?
I don't know. He crawls out of the water and turns into this thing.
Oh, hey, look, it's Killer Croc.
Yep. Pretty much. Because I don't know. Never seen him shift.
How do you feel about the College of Staves?
I don't know. What are their sewers like?
Would you like to find out?
Not particularly.
Crawling with creatures. At least in my experience.
A little stinkier than the ones here, though.
Also pretty spacious.
Given the fact that I'm a size smaller than unnamed Mook number 1, I am still gonna try to hoist him to his feet and help him out of here.
He is rather light. Despite him being a size category larger than you, he is probably maybe 5-10 pounds lighter than you.
Really?
Yeah, this guy's
I mean-
emaciated.
Yeah, but
And you're short, but what's your strength? Like an 18?
I weigh 41 pounds.
Okay, he doesn't weigh less than 41 pounds. This guy's maybe like 75.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta add on your armor.
No.
Once we subtract your armor from that.
Oh, with the armor, that's a different story. I think. This is my armor. Chainmail.
I think chainmail's like 30 pounds, something like that. I don't think it's that heavy.
It's 55 pounds. And
Is it
my
really?
chainmail-
Holy hell.
Yeah. I think my
Jesus.
chainmail should probably weigh less just because it's fit for a small creature, not a medium creature. But, you know,
It should weigh, what is it, like quarter the size?
I
Quarter the weight?
it would,
Oh,
Square
it would
cube
be an
law?
eighth the size
I
square
don't
cube.
think there's an official rule. See, like, it's difficult because like it's not a solid volume; it's a surface, which means the scaling laws work differently.
Yeah, you just lose a couple of. I mean, you lose a couple of. It's probably 10 pounds lighter.
Half the height, 1/8 the volume, 1/4 the surface area.
I mean, it only has to go around a dude whose chest is like 18 inches around as opposed to, say, 32, 35, 36.
I mean, you can just like make it proportional. So if you're a quarter the weight of a medium-sized creature, then
Yeah.
your armor is probably also a...
It's not really important.
No.
Well, all right. Here's the long and short of it. We're going to take this man back to our clinic to care for his health. If you'd like to join us, seeing as you also do not have anywhere to go, well, you're free to do so. But we will be getting along with that now. Seems in quite dire health.
I'm gonna need a moment. I'm still processing this betrayal.
Take all the time you need.
Let's maybe not leave this one our address.
Tell me, can you change those forms? Can you change between forms whenever you want?
Ah. Well, it's not easy. This, and he kind of like gestures at himself, is pretty much how I always am. If I'm focusing Crocodile form is the second easiest. I have to be a certain kind of way to regain my human shape.
There's got to be a way we can help with this. It just doesn't feel right.
I wouldn't know the first place to even remotely start finding a cure for lycanthropy. Because what you're
Well-
asking for, Stitch, is a cure for lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy is known to be curable, correct?
No, it's a curse.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
pretty infamously uncurable. The issue, if I may, your condition is not exactly scientific in nature. It is rooted in the arcane. What you need is not a cure for a disease, but a removal of a curse. And, well, I am something of a magic user myself, but not that kind.
Could a cleric cast Remove Curse and remove lycanthropy?
So like
Yes.
technically yes.
Mechanically, yes.
Okay. Can I actually make a religion check to, like, just sort of info dump about
Sure.
curses and how to remove them, or
Yeah,
whether they can be? Sure.
go for it.
Believe it or not, I am actually proficient in religion.
There you go. I assume you know enough about like traditional werewolf lore to just kind of exposit on.
Yes, well, conventionally it would require divine power to, or something akin to it at least, in order to remove a curse of this nature. But lycanthropy is, well, transmissible curses in general are extremely resistant. They can be suppressed in some cases, but not to my knowledge ever entirely removed. I mean, not for anything short of a miracle. I mean, a literal miracle, an act of divine will, or perhaps a granting of a wish. I'm sorry if this is disappointing news. I feel you may have been somewhat led up the garden path, to use the vernacular.
Ah. So you're telling me there's still a chance?
If you can find someone able to grant wishes, yes.
You grant wishes?
Oh, I wish. Perhaps that a younger version of me. But no, not in my current form.
I just gotta be patient. I can be patient.
Can I insight check to see if he can be patient?
Sure, go for it. The man's a crocodile. Patient is like his base form of being.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Montgomery, if the two of us live long enough that I might reach that level of power once again, I promise you, I will reverse your condition.
Oh, well. Tell you what, you come find me. I'll take you up on that offer.
Sure, yes, I'll just go looking in the sewers, I suppose.
Good. Do that. Find me.
All right. I have no idea what I just agreed to.
You've made a deal with an alligator who wanders the sewers.
I didn't even make a deal. I just made a promise. I
Sounds like
didn't
a
even
deal to
ask
me.
for anything in
As
return.
okay, as a mage, as a mage as old as yourself, what is a pact but a promise that's been sealed with magic?
No, because the thing is, normally with a pact, it's like a transaction.
I believe the transaction here was he didn't eat you, and you promised to cure him if you ever got that power.
Yeah, okay, that seems fair. Uh,
Yeah. Hey guys.
yes.
Oh fuck!
We have some company.
Oh fuck!
Oh, was that not something I was supposed to have seen yet?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Hey guys. Mild panic.
Hey, hey,
We might have someone you can jump on.
hey, Croc friend, is there a back way out?
It's a sewer. There's always another way out. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
What's the chance we tell them what's going on and they...
absolutely zero. There is no chance we are walking out of here. They're going to expect that we are the people who are responsible for this.
Priz,
I-
who have you
I-
seen?
I would like to point out that
They're,
Chris is a null brain in a dragonborn body. I am a literal corpse, and Tancred is several people.
So,
there's
Chris,
some guy.
you were
Yeah.
wandering down the sewers, and you see the bars of the far gate kind of like quietly melt away, and out of the shadows steps a small group of these gilded knights. Their armor is like stained black with golden trim, like filigree all over them. And you recognize this pattern very readily as the Order of Zazakil.
So these are the same guys that were in the streets moving people out of their homes, right?
Yes. This is a small group of them, and the man in the back, you can tell by his robes, because as a cultist, you'd be well versed in symbols of authority with the Church of Zazakil. You recognize that by his robes and by like his like rosary beads and all that. This man is an inquisitor of the Umbral sect, which is like the militant arm of the Church of Zazakil.
Chris is just straight up going to yell out Inquisitor. Inquisitor!
Well, they definitely heard that. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
There's no way they didn't already see him.
You're in the shadows,
He's-
and they're mostly humans.
But we have one that's holding light towards the back, and I'd imagine they'd see that in the dark.
Yeah, they'd see that.
So, and it's not like we're running.
I mean, we haven't really done anything wrong, so...
We exist. That's wrong enough.
Chrysiopia, you get to go first.
Cool. I just
Monty Gator.
honestly, Chris, what is the matter with? Oh, that. My goodness! Thank Zazakil, you're here.
Zach, do you want to set the abomination just after me?
Yeah, why not?
how are they reacting
Uh,
to seeing us?
They are readying their weapons. They seem pretty quiet, mostly because they haven't had a chance to act yet. But they are definitely like got their weapons ready. They're not really that startled. Like they were traipsing around the sewers expecting to find cultists play. So they're just like, we finally found them.
Okay, so they're not asking questions. All right, let's hit. Unfortunately, they made the mistake of grouping up, so let's hit these two with a sleep.
It's the sewers. I don't know if you noticed, but you were also grouped up. Roll it. Ooh, they both fall asleep.
Okay, so
Well, they both fail.
technically, yeah, they both incapacitated, and then save on the end of round. Failure applies unconscious, and success ends. So they are at the very least incapacitated, and that's my turn.
And that's these two on the southern end here.
Yeah.
Let me apply that real quick.
Monty hears what you guys are doing, and he looks down the tunnel and he goes, "Oh, Monty gets to feast after all!" And he's gonna go. What's my movement speed? 40-foot swim. He just does like an Olympic dive into this. 1, 5, 8, 1, 8.
Lucius holds up a placard that says 10, and next to him Tancred has one that says 7, but it's upside down.
Chris, it's your turn.
Cool. I am going to remind me, if a sleeping creature is hit, they wake up regardless, correct?
Technically, yeah. Technically, right now they're incapacitated, but yes, the effect ends if they take damage.
Yeah, I was afraid you'd say that. Changes my plans. Oh, but they would automatically fail a saving throw, wouldn't they?
They would automatically fail a saving throw. Also, they should have dropped prone from becoming incapacitated. Wait, no, they wouldn't have dropped prone yet.
No.
They are still standing.
Yeah. They just can't defend themselves because they're too tired.
Yeah.
I think we
What do we
want the sleep to take effect.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy behind him is going to let him, though.
So, like, worst case scenario is those two on the bottom are still going to lose. Like, it's going to be just like a conga line of them waking up, and they still will have burned their turn waking up.
Yeah.
As opposed to shooting one of them, waking him up, and letting him get his full turn.
Oh, I was going to hit all three of these guys. And then two of them would just fail the save. But
Yeah, you can shoot the bearded guy in the back.
yeah, I guess I'll do that. I guess I'll grab my longbow.
If you were thinking of your breath weapon, I don't think it really deals enough damage to justify waking them up.
I mean, yeah, I guess not. Not yet. I'll wait till they approach me. Yeah, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the guy on the back here.
Okay.
Where to go? There it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and fire at the bearded fella in the back here.
Ooh, that hits.
It does. Wonderful. That'll be a D8 plus 3 plus a d6 plus an additional d6. I need to figure out how to add an additional d6 to this just when I roll.
Five.
And that second d6 will currently be bludgeoning damage, if that makes any difference.
Nope. Is that it for Chris?
Yes, I've Hunter's Marked, and I have, and I've used my action, so yeah, I'm just gonna hold here, that way they can't just walk past me if they try to.
Mishot, it's your turn.
Oh, I am going to get thicker.
Oh boy.
Blah.
Oh, thick one.
Whoop, that's not the right. There we go. And then we're going to up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think my move speed 35 from being a Goliath. It is 7. And that's gonna be my turn.
Nadira.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Bonus action dash. 5, 10,
You can move
15,
diagonal through some of those spaces.
15,
FYI. There's no wall there.
20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so this will be 40. I'm still going to probably bonus action because I don't have anything that I can do with my bonus action not engaged. Oh. 5. Guess I could pull out my short bow and attempt to do that. So let's take him and wham.
20 will hit.
Heck yeah. And because of my assassinate ability. Oh, hold on. Hit. You score against a creature. Okay, never mind. That is surprised. Never mind. They are more than likely not surprised. So.
Pretty sure they came down here expecting trouble.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We actually had a whole bit about how unsurprised they are to see us.
Oh. They're kind
Oh.
of squishy. Oh. Okay. Well, that's my turn.
All right. After Nadira is Inquisitor. The Inquisitor. Going to look at Ethiopia.
Moi?
He shouts, "Foul necromancer!"
I
And-
cast sleep. It's a
Hey,
basic enchantment.
she
I didn't
bathes
even do
every
any
other day.
necroman.
I said, hey, she bathes every other day.
He lobs a stream. It's almost like a flamethrower thing, a fire that just launches from his palm, and it's a bright white burst of flame. It does miss you by inches, and then it falls almost harmlessly into the sewage behind you. It does kind of Hate this hot stink.
Ugh.
Oh, is that sacred flame?
Just a radiant flare. A better sacred flame. Lucius, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Just gotta check the range of my crossbow. Ah. Well, I mean, we'll give it a shot. He's just inside long range.
Okay.
Ah. Damn it. So yeah, Lucius fires his crossbow, but instead of like a bolt, it's like an actual wooden bolt. It's a bolt of magic, but it just kind of like flares off to the side, and you see him go, ah, damn it, gotta get this thing sighted in again.
After you is the abomination.
Tancred smash. And then Tancred's gonna dash. Or I guess lumber.
Tancred lumber.
Tancred getting used to legs. And that's it for Tancred.
Does Tancred have the new tooth I gave you for him?
Yes.
Alright. The abomination is my honor guard, finally. Hell yeah.
It's got a 60-foot move speed. What?
Yeah.
And auto crits when he smites his weapon.
After the fucking monks, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just picking something really quick.
It's their HP. It just doubled.
No, I'm trying to fix this, like... The fact that all my dice are down, I'm still trying to, like, fix that problem. That's supposed to be...
I haven't been seeing your dice.
I haven't. Been
Yeah,
seeing
I
your
haven't seen
dice.
your dice
I
either.
haven't seen your dice.
Not seeing the red entries?
I'm seeing whether or not. Let's see. I
If
think
it
I
has
saw
if it
whether
has
or
a
not
red
they
eye
failed.
next to it, you're not supposed to be.
Nope, I don't. I have not seen anything with a red eye.
See what?
Text I just posted? That?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do
I
see
see
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you
that
see
was-
it? Did you see it previously?
Nope.
No.
No.
No? Oh, okay. I thought you guys could see. Good stuff. Alright. The Inquisitors. They're not gonna start shooting at Monty yet. Really, they're just gonna shoot at the ones that have been, like, actually hitting them. Ira and... You know what? We're gonna follow...
Hey, don't forget Chris.
Yeah,
I
Chris
didn't
did
hit
something.
the honor guard. I didn't hit the honor guard.
I cannot wait to watch these guys like walk past there, and then just a fucking crocodile leaps out and yoinks one into the sewer.
One of them misses his crossbow and Chris. Guy's incapacitated. That guy's incapacitated. Guy is often going to shoot at Chris because they're going to do whatever the Inquisitor does. And misses. Bitch, it's your turn.
Suki, did the dudes who are sleeping, is that like they make the save again on your turn, or should they make the save now?
It says they make a save at the end of the round, and since I went
Ah.
first, that means it'll be after Stitch's turn.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So I leave unnamed Lycan Mook number 1 behind
Okay.
and step forward. A crackle of energy crosses, like, you know, like when somebody rolls a coin across their knuckles? That's what it looks like, except that it is static electricity that rolls across my knuckles.
Ooh.
And I cast Sorcerous Burst, and I'm assuming fail, but I cast that Umbral Sect dude.
Yeah.
A small arc of electricity like lances near the ground next to him. Ah, damn it.
Gotta work on that aim.
Cassiopeia, it's your turn.
Okay, they are gonna make new saves.
One passed, one failed.
Okay, is the one that passed still selected?
No, the one
Or
that
the
failed
one
is
that
still
failed?
selected.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the one that passed is no longer incapacitated. The one that failed is now asleep.
Do you have the unconscious slap on him, or do I gotta do that?
I do not.
Fine. Drag. Take a nap, my dude. Alright.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
I am... How far away is this guy? 60 feet. I'm gonna hit this guy. I'm gonna send my bird down. Hit him with a, let's say, a chill touch.
Bird in the sewer.
Oh,
Oh, that
there we go,
hits.
that's good. It's not helping my case here that this is unfortunately going to deal necrotic damage.
I'm not a
you kill him.
necromancer.
Healing magic is technically necromancy.
I'm so glad she's like, I'm not a necromancer. Meanwhile, we watch a bird fly over, tap a dude, and he turns into a desiccated husk.
That was
Whoa,
the
whoa,
necromancer.
Well,
The
I
bird.
never said I wasn't a necromancer. I just said I hadn't done anything yet to prove that I was a necromancer. Now I have.
Hey, it might not have been soap. Who knows? That bird might be a lycanthrope necromancer.
Yes, no one ever discusses the possibility that I just have a incredibly well-trained owl at my disposal.
I think maybe you have an incredibly well-trained corpse at your disposal.
No.
Yes.
And
We-
you're the owl.
Yeah. Soap has been the familiar this entire time.
Not the first
Uh,
time.
And with that, I'm going.
Pour one out for Utki.
Rip Udki.
There we go. Let's move
Alright.
out of range.
After Chris is our good friend
Good old
Monty.
Monty.
He is going to swim just a little bit more. He bursts out of the water, and with both hands just picks the sleeping dude up by the shoulders and just bites his head off.
Whoa!
That's a little violent.
Not even a
The
roll or
fuck do you
anything.
mean it's a little violent? We're trying to kill these guys!
And Monty's
Hey,
doing a very
self-defense.
good job.
Does Monty know that if he gets cured, he won't be able to do that anymore? Or at least not as easily?
He doesn't look like he puts a lot of thought into these things, but he is currently going full monster right now. He
Yeah.
just
Full Monty.
or this dude's head off. Chris, it's your turn.
Cool. Well, now the two guys in front of me are awake. I have two options. We're gonna stick on the Inquisitor here, I think. And we're gonna give him another arrow to the face.
Hey, that hits.
Wonderful. Here's part of the damage.
Ouch.
And here's the last d6 of that damage.
1.
Hey, it could have mattered.
You'd be surprised. We had a fight in college with a blue dragon that lasted 3 hours. That came down to the fact that one of our guys critically hit the dragon with a rock he threw off the ground.
Yep.
It only dealt like 4 damage, but that was the 4 damage we needed about an hour and a half later to finally kill it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
After Chris is
And
Misha.
that's it.
Right. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. How close am I?
Not that close.
That is 70. That is still too far away because I'm focused on gross fleshy stuff.
Hmm. Gross.
So that was 4. I still have 3 more. How far is the range on that?
Wild shape into a crocodile.
No, I don't know how to be a crocodile. I have to have
that's
a
right,
library of shapes now.
That's right, they changed that.
Yes. So I guess
I kind of like that better, to be honest.
I will.
Wait, what did they do?
Druids have
Druids
to
memorize
know-
shapes now instead of having all animals.
Yeah, it used to be just any beast below a certain CR, but now you have to pick a few.
I will shoot at Beardo because he called one of my friends a necromancer. I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm just saying he called her that.
He knows, and we can't be having that.
I have disadvantage? Wait, why did it roll? Why?
Just double clicked it. You hit.
Oh, I threw it at myself too.
Oh, good job. You hit yourself.
That would be nice. Did I hit him?
Yeah, you hit.
Okay, cool. Have some
You
damage.
were confused about it.
Ow, he's
And
frosty.
Lower. And that will be my turn.
All right, after Mishat is Nadira.
Okay. Let me see. This guy's still in my range, so we're gonna hit him.
Okie doke.
Let's see. Oh. That's gross. I'm sure that miffs, right?
Yeah, 8 misses.
Distracted by Michaud's veiny presence.
I'm gonna
Just watch a dude get
move
orally decapitated.
off to the side for Mikot, so that way they can maybe move forward if they need to.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right,
Appreciate
after Nadira, this dude. Gonna take a step or two back. Oh, that's right, I have that. He's gonna take like a step or two back just to make sure he's really out of range. And then he is going to cast a spell. And He casts Sending, and he pretty much says, "We've located the cult. They're in the sewers at this park." Like he gives the name of the park that you guys are in. He is calling for backup.
So it sounds like we need to book it.
Doesn't Sending have like a 10-minute cast time?
Just one round.
One round.
One action, pardon me.
Lucius, it's your turn.
Oh fuck, this dude can cast 3rd level spells?
He can cast 4th level spells.
Ah, gotcha. So he's going down like a sack of potatoes.
Not quite like a sack of potatoes. I've put some pretty good damage on him.
He heroically spent his last 2 hit points to do that. By all means, finish him off.
God damn it, if I just rolled a 3!
You know, I would love to, but how dark are these sewers?
Pretty dark.
Okay, cool, because I can't actually see him.
Oh, you have disadvantage.
Yeah, no, my dark vision goes out to 60 feet, and he's 70 feet away.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You can shoot at him. You have a good idea of where he is. He's not exactly being quiet, but you got disadvantage.
Have you already done
fuck
your
it.
move?
Yeah, I just moved.
Ah.
You know what? Fuck it, sure, let's try it.
I mean, did they not bring a light sword?
Oh, they didn't. Or if they did, it was probably one of the guys in the lead that is dead and or eaten.
I doubt I hit him with a 9.
Yeah, no, you missed.
Oh, well.
How about the abomination? Was in a dash.
No, he is not.
Alright, stop holding the crossbow Marchitelli style.
You don't understand, I grew up on these streets. It's how you do it, you get more accurate that way. I mean, I'm not doing too well, but that's because I don't really use this thing.
This guy yells, "For the brilliant queen!" And he runs forward with his scimitar. He's gonna take a swing at the mount. When he hits, and does no damage because
Because his
As a
weapon
regular
isn't
sword.
silvered.
weapon isn't silvered.
You're telling me.
Why are they hunting werewolves? Why is the church hunting werewolves with unsilvered weapons?
These guys are not members of the werewolf hunting guys. This is a scouting force.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because I was like, you know, they're really going down fast for...
I know, these guys are just
Oh, yeah.
scouts.
Yeah.
This one's like, "Protect the Inquisitor!"
Yeah.
And he will also run up and swing his star. I mean, they're landing solid hits, but like Monty just does not give a fuck. Stitch, it's your turn.
We're gonna try this again. All right.
13 hits.
So yeah, the coin of lightning rolls across my fingertips, and I like flick it with my thumb, and it shoots across the room and does that.
That is definitely more than 2. Get him square in the chest, and his heart just seems to stop, and he collapses. He was old.
And then I'm gonna step to right there. No, I'm gonna step to right there, which will if he decides to walk by the gator, he'll get opportunity attack.
Cassiopeia, what are you doing?
Strategery.
The guy in front of you, while having regained some of his strength, is still like shaky on his feet. He looks like he's about to collapse, and it's hard to tell if it's because of his current condition or because like he is just stressed the fuck out.
Yeah. Those guys do have ranged attacks. I'm gonna try guide him a little further back. That's possible.
Yeah.
Like try to like swap positions with him.
Yeah, he does that.
Okay, cool. And then I'm just gonna take the dodge. Can I? Yeah, I'm just gonna take the dodge action, I guess, and just stay with him.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think the rest of them have this handled. I'm just gonna focus on like not leaving him unattended and just trying to like reassure him.
Monty's really enjoying himself. Got these big ass claws. That's gonna hit. Second one hits. I mean, he just one-shots the dude. Holy crap, Monty. Then he bites his head off.
I say we let Monty finish this off and we get the fuck out of here.
Should have
Yeah.
made popcorn.
Chris was gonna make a suggestion on his turn.
Monty is 400 pounds of furious crocodile. He is very happy to be able to unleash some of that. After Monty is Chris.
Chris is going to do two things here. First off, he's going to change his hunter's mark to this other guy here.
Just in case.
And he's also going to start moving forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to shout to... Can I see past big old Jaws here?
Yeah, his head is about on the same level as you. He is like waist deep in water.
Okay. And Chris is also going to shout out to everyone, "Get to the ladder now!" And he's going to take a pot shot at this guy and see if he can't... Because Chris has a feeling that we will not be alone for very long forever.
Okay, no.
Oh, that's not going to hit.
Nope, that ain't gonna hit at all.
Fine. That's fine. This is more of just a chance to get out of here. And that will be my turn.
Alright, after Chris is me shot.
I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I have 7 movement. I was just gonna keep running, I guess. I don't want to ruin Monty's fun. He seems to be having a wonderful time.
He's laughing, he's having a great time. He's covered in blood.
Yeah. I guess I will dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and try to keep an ear out for if there's any rattling from someone coming down the ladder before we get everybody getting out.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Nadira, it's your go.
Alright, first off, we're just gonna take a short bow attack at this guy.
Okie doke. Ooh, that
Hey,
hits.
there it is.
And you have sneak attack.
Do I have sneak attack?
Like Monty,
I do like Monty.
you have sneak attack.
At least in this particular circumstance where he is beneficial.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll a d6.
I just took his damage off. Just go ahead and reroll it with sneak. Just sneak attack should be.
Oh,
It's 2d6 at this level.
oh, you're right. You're right.
But yes, you do get your sneak attack if there is an ally within 5 feet of the enemy.
Yeah, it's just hard to keep track
Oh,
of. Yeah, no, you put
right.
one right in the gap of his helmet, and he just goes right the fuck.
It's
Nice
okay.
shot.
Monty can have a snack.
Monty turns around after like fishing something out of his mouth, and when by the time he gets his hands out, his hand out of his mouth, he's got like 2 helmets on his fingers, and he turns around like he was going to put on a little puppet show for the third guy before he got him too, and he looks disappointed when he sees he's already like bleeding to death on his knees with an arrow in his head, and Monty's
Sorry,
just like,
Monty.
"Oh, I had a bit ready."
I'm sorry, but we really gotta go, and I highly suggest you get out of here too.
I like
Because
Monty.
there might be some people here that are specialized in killing lycanthropes soon. So you might want to leave.
You know, I realize we're a cult, but like, I didn't expect this was going to be the campaign where we'd be picking up the cavalcade of NPCs.
And then-
you mean our raggedy band of misfits keeps acquiring more misfits in our little group?
And then I'm going to finish my movement. So I was 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's as far as I can go with my dash, so...
Okay. Do the
I
rest of you guys like file out of the sewers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris
I would-
will wait till everyone else is out. He's gonna post up from the direction these guys came until everyone else is out. But yeah,
How about
Oh.
our new patient?
Where did he go?
I am gonna put him on Tancred's back.
He's all the way back here.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
we have
You can
plenty of rope to
you can
do
like
that with.
tie him there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tancred
have a
has
rope
no
with-
problem hauling that guy up the ladder.
I have a mending rope and I have just regular rope. You can use whichever one would be more convenient.
I don't think it's really gonna matter. This guy isn't even 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah. Monty watches you guys go down the hallway, and he goes, "Goodbye, new friends. Goodbye, Wishmaker." And
I hope
He-
we run into Monty again.
he turns back into a crocodile as he swims down the sewers and disappears once more into the cesspool. Or the system, call it.
Goodbye, Montgomery.
Da-na-na-na. Title unlocked. Wishmaker.
You know, despite his unbelievable capacity for violence, I found him quite a charming young man.
It's weird how much him and I have in common.
You guys make it up into the park. As far as you're aware, nobody had the fuzz has not shown up yet.
Sick.
Do we happen to have a fuzz detector spell we could use to make sure?
Oh yeah, that would be good. Why don't I throw that up?
I forget. Does it specify a specific organization or just the nearest authority?
It says nearest authority.
All right, so you are going to get a couple of miss hits because there are going to be members of the Silver Cloaks kind of running around doing it.
Right, and just for reference, it gives right. Okay, but those silver cloaks would presumably be within line of sight of me, which means I can tell, like I can rule them out, right? Because it points the direction to the nearest authority figure.
Yeah, and it won't give you the next one until you've gotten away from.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Last a minute.
And I mean, let's be honest, we don't particularly want to be near the Silver Cloaks either, I imagine.
Probably not. Although they are not the ones that have necromancy detector eyeballs.
How do you know he didn't just smell you?
We were in a sewer.
Yeah, but they identified us by smell. The crocodile identified us by smell.
Of course the crocodile is identified us by smell. He's a predator!
Also, he lives there. He was nose blind to it.
Let's move on, please.
Yeah, let's head back home.
Okay, so you guys are gonna need to give me skill checks to avoid getting caught. As the umbral sect begins combing the area for you guys.
And I use specifically my intense training in avoiding being eaten to call this a survival check for myself.
How are you doing it?
Essentially, I am kind of keeping to places that have limited line of sight to myself while allowing me some point of visual myself, sticking to shadows, sticking to crowds, that kind of stuff.
I'll say that you can use survival, but you're gonna have to have someone also doing a stealth check to back you up.
I mean, I was planning to roll stealth anyway.
If you guys want to team up on that, that'll work.
Okay, I'm down for that.
I
Okay.
actually have a slightly different tactic.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast as we're heading out. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
I'm gonna disguise myself as I am going to disguise myself as one of the scouts we just killed.
Does that require concentration?
I don't think so. Actually,
Double check your concentrations.
no, it does not.
Wow, disguise self is great.
Yeah, it's very good first level spell. Especially if you're a cultist.
I would kind of like to point out that might draw attention, and they might start asking you questions.
I'm hoping that it will divert attention because they'll be like, oh, they're just those people are just being escorted. Like, they're just ordinary civilians. Yeah.
With a Frankenstein monster.
Yeah.
And who is carrying a very weak and emancipated man on his back.
Yeah, see, the issue
Not
here...
emancipated.
No, you guys just rescued him from a prison cell. He is indeed emancipated.
Well, yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, see, the issue with this whole thing is that if they take a look at either myself or Tancred, we are fucked.
Well, you should figure out a different strategy.
Oh,
then.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So
Like, if they take a close enough look at Mishot or Kriz, you guys are fucked.
So I'm thinking this is probably either deception or performance. I'm kind of hoping I can angle for performance because for some reason I'm actually proficient in it.
Okay. So what are you trying to be?
I'm just trying to like pass myself off as it doesn't necessarily have to be like one of the people we killed, but just some Zazakilian authority figure.
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Cool.
Do you also want Kriz and I to roll our checks?
Yeah, go for it.
You.
I was really hoping that Chris did such a good job. I was really hoping that Chris did such a good job that it borked her spell and it was started recognizing her as an authority of Zazakiel.
Does my stealth happen to cover Chris's poor roll?
So yeah, Chris is like offering all kinds of like hints and advice as to like how like prey animals usually avoid getting caught, but like he's describing how like mice don't get eaten by owls, and it's not particularly helpful when avoiding the cops.
I just pat his head and I was like, "Okay, thank you, Chris. Now let's come this way."
Chris is like, we need to find high grass.
To be fair, there's high grass around here.
Yeah, but hiding from the cops in high grass isn't exactly gonna work. We still got Stitch, Lucius, and Mishot left.
Are there still people in like the parks and stuff?
Yeah, the people in the park have no idea what's going on. They're about to have a very rude afternoon.
Could I try just exploiting my height over the average person to just use perception? Like, my head doesn't look too weird, so I'm hoping I can see the distinctive armor of Zazakil's servants approaching us before they get close enough to me to see that I look particularly fucking off.
Where are you doing this? Because if you're doing this like in the park, you just see the forest better than other people.
Are
Probably-
we rolling to just escape the park? Or...
No, it's just to escape in general. But like, yeah, you can use your height to make a perception check to try and spot them before they spot you.
Yes. Huzzah. Oh, thank God.
That was so
was
close
really
to
a
it
two.
too.
Almost a 2.
Yeah, you actually managed to spot a small contingent of the Umbral sect kind of pushing their way through the crowd. They too are rather high up. They appear to be on like mounts. It's a bunch of like armored horses, and they're using that to kind of push through the crowd. They don't seem to have seen you quite yet. While you are tall, you're still one of many other tall-ish humanoids in the crowd.
Yeah, so just try to guide our group kind of away from their site, not running away, just like angled so that we're making distance as we go past them.
Yeah, you managed to give them a pretty wide berth, and they don't really catch you. What are Lucius and...
How big a crowd are we going through here?
Once you guys get out of the park, it is as big a crowd as anywhere else in Bastion. So think like busy New York. Except like the streets aren't just for cars. So like there's people in the street and stuff too.
Do you think I could use athletics to kind of like force a path through so that I can kind of clear people out of the way without making a bunch of noise? Not one of the one-side spells, but push a path through?
Yeah, sure. You begin rudely shoving people past, but unfortunately what ends up happening is like you just end up making people kind of angry and they kind of start shoving you guys back. And you make no progress, but you also don't really lose anything. You're just being rude as you pass through.
Excellent.
How about Lucius?
I mean, I know I've already done the... Am I allowed to do the history check again to recall, like, what I know of these specific streets, having seen them before, and try to guide us through the ones that will have, like...
If you just want to be the navigator, you can be the navigator, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Alright. Damn. Yeah, no, you know these streets really well. Between you and Nadira, you guys managed to pick a route that is both subtle and quick. Cassiopeia is dressed like a Zazakil person, and between her and Stitch, managed to like exude enough authority that people kind of leave you alone. And Mishot keeps people off your guys', keeps you from accidentally stumbling into of Zazakil agents. Eventually, you do escape the district. Do you take the train, or do you go through one of the gates?
What do you...
I think the train may be better. If we can get there, I think the train may be better to get us out of town faster.
Yeah, there's probably going to be... There's about an equal probability there being a checkpoint at either, but the train will get us there faster.
And the train has our patient more time to rest rather than be strapped to Tancred.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good
actually,
point,
here's
too.
a question: which one is closer to us?
You're in the southern part of Keyleth's stand. You are closer to a gate than you are the train. The train is in the northern part of Keyleth's stand. The gate is like half a mile away from
This follows through the, like, if they're checking like IDs and shit at the gate, I'll be fine. Tancred not so much.
You
Give
didn't
me-
take all the IDs for everyone that went into Tancred?
Give me a history check.
Ah.
Is he worried about Tancred?
Yep.
How many districts are between the Silver Forest and College of State?
You're like on the opposite side of the dragon ship.
Okay. I still think the train is the better idea.
Honestly, the shortest route, you guys like to go through the fewest districts, you would go the Silver Forest to the Sky Docks to the College of Staves. Thing is, that is a very long circuitous route.
I'm not so much worried about the number of districts we're going through. I'm more concerned about getting out of the one we're in.
Other people can make that history check if they want.
I'll give it a shot.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
I'll try.
Actually, no, I don't think Chris would have any reason to. Yeah. Maybe he's picked up something random.
Chris has definitely picked up something random. Chris.
Is
Oh,
it
shit.
visible?
So does Stitch. Okay, Chris and Stitch. Through your hunts across the city, you're aware of like the politics that a lot of these factions kind of have with each other. The Silver Company isn't exactly good friends with the Church of Zazakil. So like, while the Church of Zazakil might be on the hunt, Silver Company probably doesn't really give a shit.
And the Silver Company would be overseeing the gates and the station, right?
They're like
Then we're
the
probably
official police for it. Church of Zazakil is kind of like an independent organization.
probably. So the gate is closer than the station.
Yeah, by a lot.
Then it's probably safer to go through the gate because that gets us out of the district faster, and then we can hop a train.
All right.
Because
fair.
the cops don't care about what we're doing.
All right. I'm willing to go with that. That's fine.
I mean, you did
Sure.
murder 2 people, but
They don't know
Self-
that.
as long as they don't know
So-
about that, they don't care.
In self-defense.
Yeah, but the whole like self-defense thing doesn't work when it's like the Church of Zazakil on a crusade.
They don't know that that was us yet. And
No,
he
they
didn't
don't
give
know
a
shit. But
description out.
like until they know, yeah, they don't give a fuck. Let
Yeah,
me
I
just
think we hit the
double
gate.
check my map real quick. Yeah, no, that's gonna spit you guys out in Gloom Hollow.
Good news. The church doesn't even know what we look like.
No, they don't.
Homie had 25 words to say they're in the sewers.
Yeah, he just said I found them in the sewers under the park. No, you guys get spit out in Gloom Hollow, just south of the Sinister Barony.
Nadira, you're home.
Yeah, I guess so.
You
How
are in
far
the Stillwell Barony, and there is no train here.
Okay. Should we pull up the city map?
If you really want. Oh, definitely not that one. They got like 3 versions. Here we go.
I just see a flump.
That's
It'll take a moment. You guys are the flump.
Yeah, do you need
Oh.
anything more than the flump? Let's be honest.
No, the flump is good.
But the flump is my wife's favorite dean. So happy to see him in Mackenzie.
Okay. Well, there's almost certainly not a train in the red mines, right?
No.
Nope.
There will be train icons on the map. Why is there one in Gloomhaven?
Oh, I
See?
see.
Up and on the Gloom.
No, there's one there.
There's
No,
one in
it is.
Gloomhollow.
It is on the
It's in the
Gloomhollow map.
center.
I just didn't. Yeah, no, there is a train.
But-
My bad.
We
So-
could also just take a skydock, couldn't we?
So those skydocks go just to the Dragon's Root.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
They go up, they go down.
It
Okie
seems
doke.
like our best bet would be to head straight south, head into the Rimmen Bazaar, take the train there, and then head home.
Why would we go to the
There's
Rimmen
so
Bazaar
many
one?
miles of walking.
There's a train,
train.
literally 4 tiles away from us.
I thought he said that one wasn't supposed to be there.
No, it is supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
He
I
thought it
didn't.
was missing.
I couldn't see it on the. I'm looking at like the Gloomhollow specific map, like the zoomed in one, and
Oh, I
my art program glitched when I put the little token down, and it accidentally made the white transparent.
All right. Sorry, I missed that.
So it's hard to
yeah,
see on here. I
let's-
gotta fix that.
Let's go hit that train.
Yeah, we'll take the train and we'll just take it back to the college.
Okie
However long
dokie.
that takes.
So I think you guys should be able to move the flump. And you know what we're gonna do?
Just keep swimming. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna let one of you guys move, whoever wants to move it, and then you get to roll a d12.
I'll do the first roll.
Go ahead and move.
Next.
Roll a d12, somebody. Move the flump.
Are we gonna resolve the
You would
last
have-
one, or
you would-
was that nothing? Was that a
It
dead?
was nothing.
Oh, okay.
Someone else move it. 12. Oh, you're getting lucky. One more.
I'll
I
do
got
it.
Okay, you're good.
Something tells me low is good on this.
If you roll an 11, a random thing happens, and if you roll a 12, I pick the thing that happens.
You don't want me rolling these.
So low is good. Noted.
I have random encounter tables. Some of them are fun. Some of them are vampire jumpsuit.
Good thing we
There-
have like
There's one in the Rimmen Bazaar where you find a you find a gold bar and you're like, oh, awesome, and then you grab it and then within 3 hours you find out no, it's actually a lead bar.
I thought it was a platinum
cursed.
trade bar.
That's what it
Cursed.
was. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yep.
It's very depressing to find that. Okay. You guys spent about 2 hours traipsing through Gloomhollow before you finally arrive at the train station. You guys are wore out. You just walked like 6 miles. You guys sit down, exhausted on the train seats, and are whisked away home to the college estate.
hooray.
Yeah. So, I mean, assuming we don't encounter any further resistance,
Guess make it back.
Cool. Let's get. We never got the guy's name.
I mean, the guy still has a hard time talking, but you can ask him now,
Yeah.
maybe.
Give me-
We can offer him like a scrap of paper. Surely one of you guys has a scrap of paper and a quill.
Yeah. I'll give him. I'll pull out some scribe tools and give him a chance to write. I'm gonna. I know this is rather unusual. We are a group of healers and scholars. We operate a clinic in the College of Staves. We'd like to take you there and look after some of your look after your condition for some time. Would you be willing to do that?
He kind of looks around. I don't have much of a choice, do I?
All right. Well, if I may, what is your name?
He swallows very painfully. As he speaks, you smell like he has like this really acidic, like vomit smell to him. Says Jonathan.
Jonathan. Well, I assure you, Jonathan, you're in good hands.
Did we tell him Nellie's with us?
We got all kinds of patients with us. I mean, even Nellie's probably not the only one we have inpatient right now.
Well, right, but Nellie was
she
also a
escaped from-
prisoner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know Nellie?
She escaped.
Yes, and she's in our care as well. She's recovering quite nicely.
He gets kind of quiet when he.
Right. I suppose that we're gonna bring him back, get him checked in.
Yep.
And we'll end it there.
Okay. Cool.
Alrighty.
Good session, guys.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and tell me, come up with what you want to do next. If you guys want to leave Trismegistus to his plans, this is a good place to do it. He's kind of on the run from the Church of Zazakiel at the moment. You could continue to pursue him.
It seems like he's not gonna be operating for the time being anyway. If he's been spooked like this.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you know what would be fun is if we sent a letter to the church informing them anonymously that he is behind the drug that's keeping people awake.
As if they give a shit about that.
Yeah, they'll give 2 fucks.
They might
No.
if they know it's him because they
No.
could use that to track him down. And then maybe we don't have to deal with him.
I have a sneaking suspicion we are going to have to deal with him anyway. But
Honestly,
uh,
honestly, knowing how most healing institutions work in Bastion, they probably won't give a shit because that'll mean, oh hey, more people will be coming in for our healing services.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, we
I
should
think we
stop
should
chasing
continue.
this guy. He's making us busy.
yeah. Fortunately. No, I'm thinking, like, assuming that this has at least bought us a reprieve, this would be a good time to shift to our own goals for a second.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, further our little healing sect.
Play offense a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're gonna end it there, good session, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Bye bye,
See you,
folks.
dudes.
Bye bye.
Good
Uh, I don't suppose we get a level off that?
You do.
Ah,
Hell
sick.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bitches. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.